Hey guys, I'm Sheldon.
And I'm Griffin.
And we're 20XY.
And in today's video, we're talking about hoodies.
Let's do it. So what's a hoodie?
Well, the hoodie or hooded sweatshirt is actually something that's been around for quite a while. So hoods have been around for centuries. Likely they were devised as a convenient way to keep one's head warm, block sunlight, or even create an aura of mystery or privacy, like a ninja.
What are you doing?
Shinderu. Why? In America, one of the earliest hoodies as we know it today was developed by Champion Clothing in the 1930s and was originally marketed to blue-collar workers in New York to keep them warm when they worked in either warehouses or outside during the winter. The hoodie has become one of the most versatile pieces of casual clothing in modern fashion across cultures, with countless variations of the original concept having been sold since. However, for this video, we're going to focus on the two most broad types of hoodies with the intended function to stay warm and cozy. Sorry, t-shirt hoodies and sleeveless hoodies.
We love you, but not for this video.
Yeah. So the focus of today is going to be the pullover hoodie and the full zip hoodie.
Pullover, zip.
Oh, shoot.
So, when should you hoodie?
That is a great question. In our opinion, the hoodie is always going to be a casual piece of clothing, likely to be worn with jeans, chinos, or joggers, for example. However, that doesn't mean that you can't dress up what you dress down.
Similar to picking the right shoe, we find that a little effort goes a long way when thinking about the intended function of your hoodie, finding the right fit, and considering preferred product features. Doing so can save you valuable time and money while refining your sense of style.
So Sheldon, do you have any hoodie style tips that you'd like to share?
Yeah, of course. So similar like what you said before, usually when I wear a hoodie, kind of like what I'm wearing today, I just pair it with jeans or chinos or, it's just like a casual but cool look.
Right. Honestly, yeah, having just a basic at-home hoodie is really handy. It's maybe not the one that I would ever wear out of the house, but, hoodies across the board can be comfortable but also fashionable at the same time, even though they are pretty casual pieces of clothing.
Most people have at least two hoodies. So one for home that's just comfortable, really soft, but you wouldn't necessarily wear it out. And so, because it's not as stylish or it's not as form-fitting or...
Right, and you mentioned something earlier about, you usually prefer a pullover hoodie.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Why would you pick a pullover hoodie versus a full zip?
But so I'd say for me, it's mainly just the personal preference and style.
Okay.
Because I've had zip-up hoodies, and I still have a couple. But I just find that I don't really wear them as much, because I feel like it doesn't go with as many outfits of mine. I just like the feeling of having it one piece, and I don't have to deal with the zipper.
I think I see where you're coming from, and I tend to agree, at least in terms of aesthetic. I think that the pullover hoodie looks much better than the full zip hoodie if you're going to be wearing either of the two, just because there's not as much going on in the front. This is a nice, simple, clean look. This is probably one of my go-to pullover hoodies.
I like the color.
Yeah, it's just a simple, almost kind of a light tan, heathered, and it's an Under Armour. It's got a raglan cut on the sleeves, so it actually fits my shoulders a bit better. When I wear a hoodie, generally I'm going to layer it with something. And if I'm not going to layer it, I want one that fits pretty close, or one that's kind of more form-fitted.
Right, so you don't really wear hoodies by themselves?
Not usually. I will if it's a cooler day outside, and it just kind of looks appropriate with what I'm wearing. But otherwise, yeah, I like to layer it. Kind of gives your outfit another layer of depth. I love the way the pullover hoodie looks, but realistically, I'm pretty much always going to grab the zip-up hoodie. It's just so versatile. There are some hoodies out there that I think try a bit too hard. You might notice that they're using too many materials, maybe too many pockets.
Too much stitching going on.
Too much stitching. Right, I'd probably say one of my biggest pet peeves for just an overbuilt hoodie is too many pockets. I like pockets, but if you're going to have pockets on your hoodie, I kind of want them to be more discreet, not one here
Yeah, you don't need like the arm.
This one doesn't make any sense to me. This one's never made sense to me.
I mean,
it's like supposed to be the ID pocket.
I see that on like running hoodies. Like they put their ID or like even their iPod or something there.
Well, even bomber jackets sometimes have a little sleeve right here
true.
for pins and such. I don't know. Maybe it's more useful for its intended industry, like bomber jacket for flying a plane or something. Maybe.
Right. So if you guys work in that kind of industry or like those hoodies, let us know why, what you put in that pocket, what its purpose is, what's wrong with you, all this.
Yeah, is the ID pocket like actually useful? Is that something people like? I get the aesthetic; it looks interesting sometimes, but I've just never found use for it.
Right.
The zipper pockets are an absolute must for me. I like.
So like where
So I like zipper pockets.
Okay, so
right
count
here.
those.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to be able to like secure certain things that I put in my pocket.
That's
sometimes.
a big problem with hoodies, especially when they have the big pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't put anything in there because if you lean this way, everything falls out. This way, and then it all just sags down.
Right. So some really neat product features that you might find on a higher end hoodie might include drawstrings that are more contained, so you don't have these things flopping around. Some hoodies might have thumb holes as a more kind of optional and advanced feature, and those are something that I never really go out of my way for, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like it's cool when they're there, but it's not something that is a must for me.
Not something that like you miss when it's not there.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And there needs to be kind of a give and take. Sometimes when there's thumb holes on a hoodie, the hoodie itself, the material isn't stretchy enough to like give you full range of motion.
So it's kind of like restrictive.
Yeah, like it'll pull in here, and like you might even stretch this a bit too much.
True, I can see
so
that.
If you're gonna do the thumb holes on a hoodie, I think it just needs to be pretty stretchy. At least the arms need to be stretchy.
That makes sense. Let's talk about some of like our favorite hoodies for specific situations. Because you don't wear the same hoodie for every situation.
Yeah, that's right. So I guess we could start with, how about just like the basic athleisure hoodie? This again is that Under Armour hoodie that I showed just a second ago.
Kind of similar to.
Super basic, really easy to take to the gym, really easy to layer in a whole bunch of different situations. It's just a simple go-to good hoodie. It's not the warmest, and it's not necessarily the most like fluffy on the inside or anything, but it gets the job done, and it's built well. So this is simple enough to just wear, sweat in, throw in the wash, and be done.
So my main I'd say just style hoodie streetwear hoodie that I wear every day, and even around the house is this. It's a Lululemon hoodie. The color's great, has great style, and it's just like really comfortable. It's really stretchy. It isn't super warm, but it's pretty soft. Like, you want to feel that?
It is soft.
So it's not like microfiber or anything, but it's just pretty comfy.
It looks like it has a nice fit too.
Yeah, the pocket doesn't go all the way through, so it has two separate pockets.
Okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting. So usually in a like pullover hoodie, you can like reach your hand all the way through.
Right.
So because those are separated, you don't have the issue of.
No, yeah, things won't fall out, and also they're deep and like they go down kind of like vertically instead of horizontal, so that you can put things in there and they stay in there.
And they won't just like sag like in the middle.
And I like it how the pocket is actually on the inside, so it's not like a separate pouch on the outside.
I just noticed
like
that too.
Most hoodies are like that.
That's clever design.
It's on the inside, and it has separate pockets inside of the pockets.
Well, it makes the front look a lot sleeker too.
It does.
Yeah.
So it's not just like a huge bulge in your front.
So that's kind of where we're getting at this point, is find a hoodie that has great features, has a good fit, functions as intended, and invest in that, because that might be the one that you wear most often. You want that to be comfortable and reliable. So it's okay to kind of have a lighter selection, but have a more quality selection. And kind of moving on, because we've talked a lot about the pullover hoodie. The zip-up hoodie is going to be probably the most versatile hoodie, and this is.
So this is like your favorite, your go-to.
This is, yeah. So the cut, the zip up the front hoodie is probably for my pick. Like if I had to to pick one hoodie for the rest of my life, I would probably take the zip up just because of how versatile it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Not quite as good looking as the pullover because I mean, look how sleek this is, but the zip up hoodie is just so easy to get in and out of. And this one is just a simple, plain navy blue hoodie that you can get from Target for like
Which again,
$20
it's a
or
neutral
so.
color, can go with anything.
Yeah. This is my walking around the house in boxers hoodie, and sometimes to take out the trash and
True.
just being lazy.
True.
So yeah, just more of a basic example. And then this, the one that I'm wearing right now is probably a more advanced, like a hoodie, a zip up the front with more advanced features. So you got your thumb holes, you get the full zip, you've got the two-way zip right here.
Oh, that's pretty
Which
cool.
is kind of nice if you wanted to.
I've always wondered what that was for.
So you can wear your hoodie like Frodo, like this. But yeah, this one's got a lot of cool features. It's got double pockets on the inside, so you can separate your things from your hands. Like I said, thumb holes, and it's got a thermal lining. This thing is.
I mean,
really,
I tried that on earlier. It's super warm.
This thing's freaking warm. So
Which could be good, could be not so good if you're inside.
moderate to cool outside, I would not touch this thing just because I would be dying.
No, right.
But right now, when it's freezing,
It's snowing outside right now,
Yeah.
so it's perfect.
so yeah, Nike Pro again, very good.
So, for you guys, are you team zip up or team pullover?
Let us know in the comments.
We've talked about hoodies and zip up hoodies, pullover hoodies, and everything that you like in your hoodie, which, I mean, that one has everything. But if you were to build a perfect hoodie, say from the ground up, what would you do? What would you put into that?
Oh, that's a good
Think as long as you need.
So I would probably break it into two broad categories. Maybe the basic features, like the things it just absolutely has to have, and then maybe optional or advanced features. So for my basics, full zip, two-way zip is optional. It's nice if it's there, but otherwise it's fine. Athletic cut. I want it to be kind of tapered, like, tight through the chest and arms, and maybe like tapered toward the bottom, just because I like it. I like clothing to kind of hug my body a little bit. I'm not really a fan of the baggy
It
clothes.
looks better too.
With stretch, athletic cut with stretch. So
Okay,
to be able to move
right.
around like freely and it not
You don't
get
want to be
caught
like
up.
stuck.
Yes, yeah, I like stretchy materials, but also soft and slightly sturdy on the outside. So soft on the inside needs to feel nice on the skin, but also sturdy enough on the outside that it doesn't feel like pajamas. I don't know that I have a specific material in mind that kind of meets those criteria, but I will be searching. If I find the perfect material, that might just become part of my perfect hoodie. I'd say another feature that needs to be in my perfect hoodie is a waffle hood. And
I thought you were going to say a waffle maker.
a waffle maker.
That would be sick.
That would be an advanced feature for sure.
Waffle House hoodie. Yo.
So the waffle hood is you might also see it as the three-piece hood or the three-piece construction hood, and I've got a good example. Actually, pretty much all of my hoodies have it, but so the three-piece construction is right here.
I see it.
Yeah, you've got this like middle panel like that, and then you've got the two side panels that make up the whole hood.
And
So after the hood, I would probably say my next features should be like a drawn or cuffed sleeve and bottom. I like for the hoodie to stay where it's supposed to stay. If I want to pull it
So
up.
it doesn't like...
Yeah, or if I wanted to pull it up, it would stay there too.
Okay.
And same with the bottom. I kind of like it cuffed, or at least adjustable, so it doesn't like ride up.
Oh,
or
an adjustable bottom. I've
That'd
never
be-
really
yeah.
seen that.
You see it a lot on like technical jackets and like hunting jackets.
Yeah, but on like hoodies, you never really see that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So Sheldon, what about you? Are there any features that you would have to have in your perfect hoodie? I assume it would be a pullover.
Well, yes, of course. Like I said before, I don't really ever... I have some zip-ups, but I really never wear them. I just don't really like the look of them.
Mm-hmm.
But so, I guess for my perfect like pullover hoodie, I just keep it pretty basic, but I would just like... So I'll just start off with the pocket. I don't like the big all the way through pocket. So
Yep.
I like this style pocket where it's kind of more vertical and they're separate. So your hands won't touch, but then things will stay in the pocket. They won't fall out.
Yeah, it's got the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
that one
and
is.
I like the pocket to be inside,
Mm.
so it's like not on the outside like that pouch
Yeah.
we've kind of talked about. it needs to keep you warm and be soft, but not too warm. It makes you sweat.
Yeah.
Which that's like a hard, like fine line to keep in between.
That is a fine line.
So
like the difference in this one and maybe that one would.
So it's like finding that material, because that one definitely keeps you a lot warmer than this one, but that one would make you sweat more than this one.
Yes.
So, but then I'd also want the hoodie to be like breathable, so you can still do active stuff in it. So maybe, I don't know if I really like the look of vents, but so a hidden vent.
You know, I think there's some really clever ways that companies have found to integrate vents into their hoodies that aren't just, hey, we've got a vent over here.
So another thing I'd really say is I'm not a big fan of drawstrings. So
think about that.
Just because when you wash it, it ends up getting caught inside, or one side's always longer. They end up, like if you're trying to eat, they go in your food. Sometimes they can just go everywhere. I'm not a big fan of drawstrings. And also, I never really tighten a hoodie.
Yeah.
Like the hood. So I don't really feel a need for them.
So there you have it, guys. The hoodie video, part 1. Giving you an overview of the hoodie, its history, when to wear it, and some of our hoodie tips and preferences.
We'd love to hear from you in the comments section. What would make your perfect hoodie? What are some features that you love or don't love? Let us know.
We've been 20XY, Refining Modern Manliness. I'm Griffin.
I'm Sheldon.
We'll see you again soon.
Peace.